Just double checking.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the SnodaCast, SnodaReels. I'm here. My name is DimondAssassin. I'm here with CosplayBro. And I'm here with also DJ Lionheart.
Hey.
So this episode, we're going to be talking about Power Rangers. Anything in particular, we're going to be talking about, I'm assuming, Power Rangers Forever. I'm assuming now and forever.
Once and always.
Once and always.
And anything else related to Power Rangers. So, guys, what do y'all think about the trailer?
Dude. So many emotions. So many fucking emotions. Just from that trailer alone. Seeing Billy back. We haven't seen Billy since Zeo. Zach coming back. We haven't seen Zach since season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Has it been that long? I thought he made one cameo.
Nope. We haven't seen him since season 2 of Mighty Morphin.
Who made the Turbo cameo?
That was Amy Jo Johnson and Jason Lee Scott.
That's right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. That was in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, it's been a while.
Yeah. It's been a while. Yeah. Yeah. And then seeing Rita come back. That's crazy.
We're going to have to figure that part out because...
Oh, I have a couple theories about that. I have a couple theories about that one.
My main theory is Finster, but...
Yep. I'm kind of in the same boat.
Finster,
I'm not entirely sure.
My main theory is... I have two different ones. One is some small fraction of the Machine Empire still lived even after the Z-Wave, even after what happened in Forever Red. And I'm thinking they were like trying to get their queen to come back, but somehow Rita's essence came into the robotic body, because I'm actually thinking the Z-Wave didn't necessarily destroy everybody. It actually split them in half.
Oh,
so it split Rita and Zed into their good and evil forms. The Zed one I actually think probably was destroyed because they did say in Power Rangers Dino Fury that this villain brought Zed back from back to his evil ways. So that was weird. It's weird seeing Lord Zed come back in a current season of Power Rangers as well. Don't get me wrong, I like it. I thought it was great, but still, it was kind of a shocker.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't caught up on Dino Fury.
I still need to watch it too.
Oh, that's a good one.
I am I think halfway through it, because I ended up having to move at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I disconnected my TV and I haven't caught back up. But I know in the comics, I don't remember exactly what issue, but they showed Zed's basic origin as to how he became him. And I thought that was freaking cool, especially given that, he was coming back in the episodes. I was like, ooh, this is nice.
Yeah, I didn't read the comic, but I watched a YouTube video on the highlight of it, and dude, that was brutal.
Right?
But, yeah. The way Lord Zed became Lord Zed was really brutal.
Because it has to be the most darkest backstory possible.
He's a rogue.
I thought when the comics introduced Psycho Green, I thought that was a crazy origin story for the Psycho Rangers, but
very true.
But yeah,
very true.
And have you watched Beast Morphers yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other theory I have is Lord Zed asked Scrozzle to build Robo-Rita.
That actually is.
I hadn't thought of that.
More logical possibility.
I think that's what I think the show will refer to more. But the other theory about them being split, I think makes sense too. If you like deep dive into the lore and of Power Rangers and whatnot.
Because how much do we get explained about the Z wave? Like, or is it just barely brief? It's more along the lines of like every villain died, or is it, or does it go full depth?
Um,
They gave us about, if you were to put it into a video, it could fit probably about 15 to 20 minutes worth of data.
mm-hmm.
That's kind of the best way I can sum it up.
Okay.
Yeah, like don't know a lot about when Andros shattered Zordon's energy tube, but also we do know enough
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where it's like we could see old villains come back. Like certain villains, I don't think we'll ever see come back unless time travel is involved.
Yeah.
I mean, if they do something where the Time Rangers.
Hmm. What are you
Sorry.
thinking? What are you thinking?
So, Time Force is supposed to be in the 3000s, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We also had the flash forward of SPD.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what if trying to tie a few of the things together now that we're no longer bound to Sentai footage and no longer, restricted to what has been made prior,
Mm-hmm.
we start getting more of, hey, we want to bring these people back. Let's go ahead and just do it because we can.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. King Mondo, I don't think would be a real interesting choice to come back. Granted, King Mondo was a really powerful villain for his time, but
Well, it could be more like, hey, you know, somebody got a hold of our tech and now they're
Mm-hmm.
time traveling.
I
Or
could see that. I could see kind of like what Power Rangers Hyperforce did,
yeah.
Yeah.
which if you actually look closely on the command center, you actually see Hyperforce's insignia on the
I
power chamber.
I still say we need a Hyperforce
I'm
like
googling this.
series. We need to see a Hyperforce series. I want to see it happen.
I would I would like us to see a Hyperforce series. That was such a great um series, and it was actually canon into Power Rangers. Hyperforce is canon, by the way.
Mhm.
Most people don't really know that, so it's like it's really cool. I enjoyed it. I
I
really
still have
wish
the
they would do a
playlist
season
for the
2.
Hyperforce of the D&D session and stuff. Which is
I
really
really
good.
wish they would do a season 2, but
I get why they
everyone
didn't.
got yeah. After a while, I was like, yeah. As much as I would love a season 2 because they ended it so abruptly, but things happen, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll get turned into an animated series because um since Hasbro is now part of it, and I can't remember who's in charge right now, but they're wanting to focus on an animated series. They want a live action series as well, and the live action will be more young adult,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will also want to go into movies as well.
I heard about the movies thing. Somebody was talking about the casting of the Pink Ranger, I think. That was a recent controversy. Or who was speculated to be the Pink.
The only controversy I know of was with the 30th anniversary because they're bringing Kat in instead of Kimberly.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing against Amy Jo Johnson or nothing. Like, yes, would fans love to see Amy Jo be Kimberly one more time? Of course. But she has her own life now, and like if I remember correctly, she's still supporting Power Rangers in her own way.
Yeah.
Um, It's just she has other things on her plate right now. So she even said as much as she wanted to join it, she just couldn't.
Yeah.
And people are speculating it's all about money. No. She specifically
Mm-mm.
said it's has nothing to do with the money. But I don't know. I think for everything that's going on behind the scenes of Once and Always, I think we're getting a really good cast. I think it's cool we're getting the Rangers that we're getting back coming
Mhm.
Yeah.
back. Especially Billy. Billy is the biggest one because behind the scenes it wasn't great for him.
It was not at all.
Yeah, God, the story behind his just like behind the scenes. I think everybody at this point knows what
Mm-hmm.
happened.
I will
But
say that seeing him come back and just the general vibe from his pre-release of everything, like, hey, we're announcing that we're going to be doing the 30-year anniversary, we're going to be bringing all these people back, he seems to be much more comfortable now,
mhm.
and people are definitely more accepting of it.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
it's good to see him, for lack of a better word, more comfortable,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and that is great.
yeah. I'm definitely happy about David Yost coming back, and he's from what I've heard, like he's been wanting to come back for years, but maybe it's because of the trauma. Now I can't say for sure. Maybe it was because of the trauma that he dealt with through those years as playing Billy at first, or life situations, or anything that he couldn't. But him actually being able to come back is amazing. And from what I've understood, he's actually going to be making appearances in Cosmic Fury as well.
I've heard that too. Him and there was one other person listed. I think it was Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah, I believe Johnny and Bush is going to make a few appearances as well. That should be interesting. Um, I'm hoping we figure out. I'm pretty sure SPA is Space Patrol Alpha, the beginning of the Space Patrol Delta saga.
I want
I
another. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I want another Space Patrol, SPD, or some like space oriented Power Rangers again.
well, Cosmic Fury is space oriented. It's actually
Mhm.
they're taking some stuff from Super Sentai Kyuger, I believe it's called.
I'm trying to remember the actual pronunciation, but I know they use the Q-Tamas and the
Yeah,
Morpher or Seiza Changer.
yeah,
Those are the only two parts of the name I remember the pronunciation.
yeah. I can't remember that the
I see. I don't know how to say it.
Sentai equivalent of that, but I know they're using that particular one for the Zords, and I thought the Morpher was more custom. I thought it was different because I know the suits are completely custom. Those are original suits
Yeah, it's
that
Q
they're
Ranger.
using.
Uchu Sentai
Yeah,
Q Ranger.
yeah. The suit they're using original suits, which the suits look amazing.
I actually have mixed feelings on the suits.
Really.
So nothing against the design team or anybody who made the suits. Like, as Power
Hmm.
Ranger suits, they are good. They are great. My only, I guess, issue is as far as I'm gonna call them shoulder pads that he has. Like, I guess it's
Hmm.
supposed to be more of armor plate or kind of like the dragon
Mhm.
shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about it just feels incomplete.
Hmm.
I don't know what, but it feels like it's missing something, or that it is.
Or do you feel like it's too much? Like
No,
it's.
that's just it. I feel like either there's a detail missing or there's some element to it that hasn't been explained yet because
Mhm.
the show hasn't started yet,
Yeah.
but something feels like it's not there, and I don't know what it is.
Probably for a season 2.
Okay, now that I'm thinking, damn it. Yes. Now that I'm thinking about it, yes, something feels off about it. I still love the suits. The suits are amazing. Now that damn it.
I'm sorry, but it's kind of the same
No,
as
you're good. You're good.
with which season was it? I want to say it was the In Space Battleizer.
Okay.
No, that's the one that looks like a toy.
Yeah, that one did look like a toy.
I need to run through Battleizers real quick.
Also, I think it's really cool. We're actually, yes, this is a little tricky because we've had it in the past, but this is technically the first official team to be led by a female. We have a female Red Ranger leading
Which
the
is
team.
awesome.
I'm glad she got it.
Yeah. Yes, we've had the Red Ranger's sister in Samurai. She's a Red Ranger, and we had the Red Ranger for SPD.
Sure.
Alpha team,
Mm-hmm.
but they were.
But I
Alpha
think
team was a
everybody's been
bad
waiting.
team. Yeah, but yeah, this will be a complete season where we will see a female lead the team, and I think it's amazing.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's about time. And this is the first time. Not only is there a female lead ranger, this is the first time we're actually seeing the LGBTQ show appearance. The Green Ranger is lesbian, and from what we're hearing, her girlfriend might be the Orange Ranger.
It was the SPD suit that I was remembering, where he just had the shoulder pads and knee pads.
Oh yeah, it was Commander Kruger suit,
no, like the actual
someone.
Before he uses the.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I know which one you're
phase
talking about.
one of the Battleizer, then going on to phase.
Yeah,
there's like
that
two
same
phases
kind of
for
incomplete feel is what I get
Yeah.
from. Sorry, I had to check. 'Cause I'm like, one of
No, you're good. You're good. Mystic Force was the same. Their Battleizer was kind of lacking.
That was less of a battleizer and more of just a power up, kind of like the claw from Jungle Fury.
Yeah.
What is that claw called?
The tiger claw.
I'll worry about the name later.
We'll remember that later.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about now. Fuck.
It's hard. We're trying to remember 30 years of fucking
Power Rangers.
And I'm only going to be 25 this year.
Dude, how do you think I feel? I'm 31, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
we're both over here 25 and you over here 31.
I'm the oldest one here. It's like, but
I'm still shocked that they found a way to bring Trainee in the light.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
So, when you mentioned the trailer, that was actually something I wanted to talk about. Was from the trailer we are shown what seems like her death,
which is
because it looks like she's the one getting blown up when Billy and Zach are taking their helmets off and looking at a big old crater.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that's actually how it's going to be? Do you think she will actually be blown up on screen or killed on screen? Actually, no, they did say kill in the trailer.
They say killed,
which is another thing.
So that makes this also super adult, because you think about every time when they mention anything about quote unquote killing, no, they use the alternate words: destroy, defeat. No, this is the first time you hear in Power Rangers the word kill. Which is mind-boggling to think about.
Which I don't know how the hell they got the rights into be able to put the.
Did they not say that original Time Force Red was killed?
I mean,
I
they died,
don't-
but they didn't say like kill.
No, I'm pretty sure they said destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think they said killed.
Okay.
But yeah, it's crazy. And now thinking about it more, yeah, Trini's daughter should be pissed off and has every right. But I think Billy should be more pissed off than
More pissed off.
anybody. Because when you watch the original with Billy and Trini, think about it. Those two are always hanging out together. They're Trini is always protecting Billy from a lot of things because Billy was never really a fighter. He
Mhm.
was always the brains of the operation. And yeah, Trini and Billy were best friends. So Trini did a lot of protecting. So
Makes
again, this
sense.
was another thing that Trini did is protect Billy like she always did.
Mhm.
And that's
They
what made
use
her
that as
good
to how she
friends.
goes out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. And it just like from the trailer, it just like speculation of like what if she didn't die? I would actually like to see what she would be doing nowadays besides cons, like if she would be put in more Power Ranger stuff or if she'd be moving on from that. I would actually
Maybe.
genuinely be
I
curious.
maybe. Who's to say?
Mhm.
I think it's like yes, it's sad that she passed away at a young age, but I think the 30th anniversary is a good homage to what she was as a Power Ranger. It's
Mhm.
bringing her legacy into it and having it more canonized that Trini's passed away. That makes more sense into the series.
Mhm.
Now, is it? Here's the thing, though. Because the way it's filmed, it looks like we're looking at a something that happened in the past. So was it Robo Rita who destroyed Trini, or was it Rita, like actually Rita that destroyed Trini?
So
Oh.
the vibe that I'm getting is it could be either, but
That's what I'm
it's
getting
leaning
to.
more towards Robo because the anger itself seems to be related to the Robo Rita
Mhm.
Hmm.
more than it is the actual Rita.
Okay.
That's the
Yeah.
vibe I get. I could be wrong. We won't know until we see it or until something ends up, shown or leaked or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. From my understanding too, when we're looking at that flashback, apparently it was confirmed that um the red, green, and pink rangers are actually supposed to be Jason, Tommy, and Kimberly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the way that they reasoned it was those three are going to be turned into the toys that we see in the background.
Yeah.
And then Rocky and Kat are going to be stepping in.
Hmm.
I just realized we're not getting Aisha.
No,
Uh,
Aisha is in it. She is wearing the SPA uniform.
or
I
Adam.
did I not see her in the? Did I just miss her in the trailer? Or
I think so because Adam and Aisha are actually both wearing SPA uniforms. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
I'm watching the trailer again. Y'all go ahead. Well, because I'm trying to think of like the main thing that I remember is the fight scene that they showed at the start,
Mhm.
mhm,
and then the conversation in the command center. And so I'm trying to remember all the pieces in
Correct.
between.
mhm. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, but but yeah, it's supposed to be Trini's daughter that's supposed to put on saber-tooth tiger uniform, which
Mhm.
I think is really cool. That shows a lot. And um, before they even said that what we saw in a flashback scene was going to be a flashback scene, everyone was thinking, like, who's going to be the Green Ranger? Did Jason David Frank secretly like film anything before saying no, he's actually not a part of it or anything like that? But or is because it is canon in the series
Oh
that
yeah, there she is.
he had a son, and his name is JJ, and they brought and JJ was part of the comic series. He becomes a Green Ranger, but it's SPD Green Ranger, not Mighty Morphin Green.
I think they're gonna have a double. Like as much as Jason didn't want to be a part of it, I think they are gonna have a double.
Yeah, that was also another issue that apparently he talked about like before he passed was apparently he was told at one point like you can be replaced. It's the helmets, it's the colors that represent Ranger. They don't have to have a quote unquote civilian type thing. And to be honest, that's honestly, at least for me, I don't think that's what Power Rangers is supposed to be about.
No. I think if they do have any sort of Green Ranger, it would be either somebody tied to him, and I'm not saying that this would be who they choose, but just as an easy example, one of the Dino Fury Rangers.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Trent. That'd be
Trent,
kind of interesting.
yeah, I could see Trent coming. That'd be cool.
I don't think they're actually going to do that, but if they did replace the Green Ranger with somebody, a connection to him would be needed.
Yeah.
Either like you said, Trent or any other of the Dino Rangers. His son JJ, because JJ is part of the series. You don't see him at all.
He's a kid still, though.
Depending on where the timeline takes place, so that's the thing. Like,
if this is, I'm pretty sure the way that this is going to run is that the once and always is going to be like now, like alongside Cosmic, but can't say for certain. In which case he would be, I think, 12.
Or he could be the same age as Trini's daughter too.
True.
So that would work as well.
Because last time we saw him mentioned, it was Ninja Steel, and it was the bike that he had on the front porch.
Yeah. Which that episode had a lot of that anniversary episode had quite a few issues too, but I'm not gonna that one had a few issues. I'm just gonna put that one had some.
But we got a badass Morpher.
Oh yeah, we got a badass Morpher out of that one. I do agree with that.
That's funny. It's like it's the same thing. I don't remember. I think Big Forever Red also. I think it had his issues as well too. I think because I know a lot of people talked about.
Forever Red is actually considered the perfect Power Rangers episode.
Oh, is it?
Or at least one of the perfect Power Ranger episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I kind of agree with. Like, looking back at it and watching it as an adult, yeah, that episode was damn near flawless. Damn near flawless.
I will say that the biggest...
Except the ending. That ending was just to sell the fucking bike as a toy. That's all it was.
That's literally what I was going to say. I was going to say the biggest issue was the bike.
The ending actually was supposed to be it was supposed to be a Zord battle.
Of course.
From what I remember, it was actually supposed to be a Zord battle.
It should have been the Zords. It should have been the Zords.
Yeah,
I just realized
would have been a lot better. What'd you realize?
We saw the Falcon in Ninja Steel, but the original Dino Zords fell and got destroyed. We haven't seen them since.
We haven't seen them since the end of season 2, which they are back in Once and Always, which is really cool.
So how, when, why? So many questions.
Now, see,
like that just clicked in my head. Wait a minute, those were gone a minute ago.
Yeah.
What I thought was really cool when you first see the Zords in the trailer. I like the fact they were all dirty and rust looking. I thought that was cool. Like, they're not spit shiny anymore. They've been sitting somewhere for 30 plus years. Which brings me to the idea of going back to Operation Overdrive. Hate that season. That season was terrible.
The only thing I love about that season was the anniversary.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I'll say too.
I agree. And a lot of fans are like that too.
I stomached the series. It had a lot of problems, but
it did.
But I love the song and the anniversary series. I will say
the anniversary.
I don't like the song.
You don't like the song?
I don't either. There's a very
not my cup of tea.
Same.
Because it's a little bit rappy. I know.
The 15th anniversary episode, Once a Ranger, was awesome. It was cool seeing all these Rangers come back.
I got 3 of my favorites back in the same freaking episode on the same team. I was so happy.
Which ones were
Adam,
those?
Tori, Xander.
Yeah.
Adam, Tori, Xander. Yeah.
In order, those are my 3 favorite. Technically that one wouldn't count as a Disney era. Because he was in the episode, but he is not a Disney era Ranger. So taking out Adam, those 2 are my top 2 from the Disney era.
I did like some of the Disney era. Disney era did actually really well
with the story.
Part.
Bridge was on the team too. That's 4.
Yeah.
It just clicked in my head. I was like, wait, he was red.
Yeah, that was weird seeing him come as the Red Ranger, but anyway.
I loved his explanation though.
See, I'm wondering if I can't remember the last time we talked, but I remember didn't at one point again Disney wanted to own a part of Power Rangers at some point, or wanted to buy?
No, once they were done with it, they were done with it.
Okay.
Yeah. Originally, they were trying to get rid of Power Rangers. They were trying to completely end it, which is why the final episode of Wild Force was called The End of the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yeah. But then there was so much, there was so much of the fan base and just the general idea of, hey, the Super Sentai is still going and we still have plenty of stuff we can work with, that they were like, okay.
Yeah, and that's when they changed the setting to in New Zealand. Apparently that cuts down on filming costs and a couple of things going to New Zealand, which is funny because in actuality, Power Rangers is banned in New Zealand. Yeah, you can't watch Power Rangers in New Zealand, but they are filming Power Rangers
because it's too violent, I'm assuming.
Something like that. I don't remember, but that's always been a weird thing.
All I know is the change from Wild Force to Ninja Storm, like actual feeling wise when you're watching it, I honestly prefer the settings of the New Zealand series. Like all the ones that have been there.
I liked a lot Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm was a big impact.
Yeah, I do like the scenery. To be honest, I wasn't a big fan of Ninja Storm.
Breaks my heart.
He knows why.
Breaks my heart.
It wasn't like it was good. It was just making fun of itself the whole time. And granted, that could have been translation errors, and
I think most of it was
probably. Which,
like, given the amount of jokes and I'm gonna say just general humor that Hurricaneer had, trying to change that over to American didn't quite work out.
Yeah. Which it's definitely not my least favorite.
It's top 3 for me.
Yeah.
And then I lost my mind with Mystic Force, and then from Mystic Force to Dino Thunder. I fucking lost it in Dino Thunder.
Backwards. Dino Thunder, then
I
Mystic
went
Force.
Dino Thunder, then Mystic Force. I forgot.
That
But
would
no,
have been
going back
great.
for just a
That would
second,
have been
because
a
you
great
said that
team up.
Overdrive was too rappy. Freaking Mystic Force is nothing but rap. That's EDM rap. And it is perfect.
Yeah. Mystic Force has a great theme song. I do like that
love
one.
it so much. I figured out how to play it on guitar.
Wait, I remember you showed me a cover one
Mhm.
time, and you said you preferred that one better.
There is a heavy metal cover, not really heavy metal, but like a hard rock cover of it using guitar. I learned how to play that.
Nice.
It's awesome.
I have on my playlist. It's like 13 or 14 minutes long of a YouTuber singing every theme song.
His name starts with a P, right?
P-Lock. Yeah. I have that one. I have the edited one, so it adds Dino Charge into it. I haven't seen, or I don't know if he did any of the other ones yet. I don't know if he did Ninja Steel or Beast Morphers yet.
I think Ninja Steel he probably did do, but the rest I don't know.
Yeah,
I actually don't think he's done Ninja Steel because I don't remember it.
but yeah, that was cool hearing all of them like that, rock metal esque cover of it.
NSTNS 1117 does purely instrumental covers of a whole bunch of things, and Power Rangers is one of the albums he has.
That's awesome.
Because why wouldn't you do Power Rangers, especially the original theme, especially the original theme. But yeah, backtracking a little bit to what you were talking about, the Zords. I think after helping the RPM Rangers and Adam taking Alpha back to Angel Grove, I think that's what they were working on. I think they were fixing the Mighty Morphin powers, fixing the Zords, just in case something like this happens. Because you gotta think,
his powers were restored by the sword, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were restored through. I can't remember his name, but yeah,
I can't either. That's why I keep calling him the sword.
Yeah, he restored their at least his, so they could have copied his and fixed the other morphers.
And there's also the fact that Billy Pryor had worked on the morphers to be able to repair them if needed. Because he's the one who's referenced as the creator of the Master Morpher, right?
Yeah, in theory, he's the one that built the Master Morpher. Nothing's really been confirmed yet on who built the Master Morpher. But a lot of people are suggesting Billy and Tommy were working together to build it. I think one more. I think there was another person a part of it. I don't remember. But
is Ninja Steel when they had the sequence with Jason David Frank with all his other yeah, that
the only one that was missing was Turbo.
Yeah. But man, that sequence was so good. That's the one thing that I liked about
the
Ninja
one thing
Steel.
that was confusing, the reason why they didn't do Turbo, because technically he gave up the Turbo powers to TJ. Which is kind of weird when, like, if you look at the comic about the Master Morpher, he has the Turbo powers in that one for a brief few seconds.
So, he used the coin and then it immediately crumbled. Well, not immediately, but
yeah. So it makes sense on that. Another theory is like how the Mighty Morphin power just came back is, technically speaking, and I think a lot of people are thinking this too, when Zach, Jason, and Trini
Mm-hmm.
transferred their powers, technically it was copied. Those are copies that Rocky, Adam, and I can't remember her name. It wasn't Aisha. It was I can't remember her name for the life of me. But those powers were copied. They weren't given like how Kimberly gave Kat her powers.
Anya?
Yeah, Tanya. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The powers are copied. So technically speaking, Zach, Jason, and Kimberly still have their power coins. Whether they're still
Yeah.
technically connected, who's to say? But
Mm-hmm.
No,
it
Tanya was replaced by.
it it makes sense that their powers are still connected to the morphing grid.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be another reason how their powers are back and whatnot. But who's to say? Hopefully, we get some kind of explanation in Once and Always. I'm hoping we get an explanation. It's it's a 55-minute long special.
I
We
think we're
gotta
gonna
get
get an
some answers. We
explanation,
gotta get something.
and if we don't, everybody's gonna have pitchforks.
I agree. Definitely agree on that one. But so are you guys thinking this one's going to be on par with Forever Red? Like flawless and like how do you think they can copy that type of energy that they
Because
had?
here's the thing: how
I
much
hate to
story
say.
did Forever Red have? Like, how much like lore and story, like full pack, did Forever Red have? Because I can't remember. So
Forever
Okay.
Red was the 10-year anniversary
Mhm.
from
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin all the way up to Wild Force.
Okay.
And the way that one worked was they pulled elements from 4 different seasons, right?
I think
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
So either 3 or 4.
Lord
And
Zed, so Lord Zed's Serpentera, the Machine Empire, um, Astro Megaship Mark II. Uh, the only reason why I say Wild Force is because it was in Wild Force when this happened.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but the Wild Force like aspects of everything wasn't actually used. It was
Yeah, it wasn't.
solely past stuff. That's why I'm thinking
Yeah,
4.
yeah, something like that. It just to me like chronologically when you're watching Wild Force, it's really weird because like I think it was like 2 episodes before that, you just had the Wild Force Time Force collaboration episodes.
Right.
2 episodes later, you get Forever Red. I think personally it was put in the wrong spot for Wild Force. I think maybe it could have been a not necessarily season ender, but maybe like have something like that that lead into the season finale for Wild Force somehow. I
Mm-hmm.
think that would have been a better slot for it.
Potentially.
Yeah. But I don't know.
I will say this to answer your question on whether or not I think it'll be as good. I hate to say it, but no. Ever since Saban and Hasbro have taken over, while it has been all about the references and um, what is the word that I am looking for?
References and lore.
Close to references.
Uh I don't know.
The source material itself.
Callbacks.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
While it has mainly been nothing but callbacks to the original series ever since Saban got it back from Disney,
Mm-hmm.
I do not see it being as good because they don't necessarily live up, for lack of a better word, to what Disney made.
Yeah.
Because Disney was about the writing, in my opinion. The writing
True.
for everything was more focused, more streamlined, and just in general better across those seasons, except for the one that we shall not name. But
Yeah.
you see all of those episodes. You watch the original Saban era, you watch the Disney era, all of that flows. You watch Neo Saban era, and I'm not trying to be rude. It hasn't been the same because I had to stop watching with Samurai, Super Mega Force, and I admit I watched a little bit of Dino Charge simply because I heard the theme song. Because it is a damn good theme song.
Yes,
I
it is.
really liked Dino Charge.
I
Dino
really
Charge
like
was really
Dino
good.
Charge too. Megaforce, like that
Ugh,
one, I
that was-
couldn't
it
watch it.
hurt.
I couldn't watch
that
it. Like
one was.
I tried to watch it, and then I was like, I can't. Nope.
It hurt. I get
That
what they
one
were trying
hurt.
to do.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense, and the idea that they wanted to work with,
Could have worked
it
if it
was
was
feasible.
executed better. It could have worked.
Exactly. The execution is where it was thrown off.
It was a lot harder to take the Sentai series into an account because of the fact we're only dealing with 20 years. They were dealing with 35 at the time.
Yep.
So we were also seeing ranger suits that as a kid you wouldn't have no idea what they are.
Yep.
You wouldn't know Jetman or Bioman or any of those. Yet we're seeing these ones in this season, in that season. And yes, they kind of explained it a little bit, but that season had a lot of other issues.
It didn't do it justice.
It did not. It did not. Like, they made it so a couple of the ones before Mighty Morphin were, you see them now in the comics, where there were rangers from other planets.
Yeah.
Which honestly is a good homage to where Super Sentai started. It was like, yeah, let's make these previous teams that before we started writing Power Rangers, make them Ranger teams from other planets. I can accept that. As a Power Rangers fan, I can accept that.
As a Sentai fan, I'm a little disappointed that that's how they summed it up, but at the same time, I get it.
Yeah. There was just a lot of issues with that, which I'm hoping maybe they do some correcting. Maybe we'll get to see like something from before Mighty Morphin as a series or a movie or something like that. I think that'd be really interesting.
Yes and no. I think it would work in terms of being a movie, not necessarily a series, but they would definitely have to modernize it.
Yeah. The only thing I could say, like, if they did do a series, it would have to be an animated version. As much as I've seen some idea of what a Power Rangers animated series could be. It looks really good as a concept idea, but as we're actually going into it, I can't say for sure how I feel about it.
I can see it being live action if done right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they say that, this team existed long ago, and at that point use the Sentai footage from whatever years those were, I don't remember off the top of my head. If they use that as like a flashback, and then have newer suits and like current recordings of just actors in the suits and stuntmen in the suits, I can see it working out if they wanted to do a movie. But if they try and use any of the source material, be it the themes or the concepts behind like the team and the enemies, I don't think that'll translate right.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Because I'm assuming the Super Sentai, like it's already surpassed what we have, right? I'm assuming like it's already further, or are we on the same line of like they're also in cosmic fury?
Oh no, they are way past us.
Okay.
They just started.
I
King
don't.
Oger is the only part of the name I remember.
Yeah,
Osama Sentai King Oger or something like that.
their
And it's
newest
great. I
one
love
is
it.
like a king,
It's
like
so much.
it's like 5 kingdoms are being protected, and like like a member of the royal family is a
Holy
ranger.
crap.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
I like the concept. I don't know about the whole insect theme for the Zords.
It actually works for it really well if you watch the episodes.
Okay, but like
episode 1
Insect
specifically
Rangers,
goes
that's
pretty well into it.
that's awesome.
yeah, all
There's
the
a
Zords
beetle,
are insect
a
themes.
dragonfly, a bumblebee, a praying mantis, and what is the one that I'm missing?
Some kind of beetle or something. I don't remember the Zords.
Beetle, dragonfly, bumblebee, praying mantis.
Spider. Yeah.
A spider would be an interesting Zord if they brought one in. But
what am I forgetting?
Firefly.
Okay, red is the beetle,
Mhm.
black is the bumblebee, yellow is the praying mantis, blue is the dragonfly, purple is the butterfly.
There we go.
I had to.
That will be the third. If they do incorporate that into the Power Rangers, that will
They're
be.
not going to.
You don't think?
I can tell you right now, based on the footage of the Sentai series, they're not going to. It is damn near all CGI.
Oh wow!
It's all CGI.
The way that they do it is that it's actors in front of a TV screen, not TV screen. Basically, how they do the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which works really well for the Mandalorian, but for Super Sentai, if they wanted to change that into Power Rangers, I don't think that they would like it. I don't think the Power Rangers creators and teams would like the Super Sentai, standing in front of a TV thing. Because they still have actual sets, but because everything is supposed to be a not really futuristic, but otherworldly, I guess, kingdom, and, you got all these different elements playing in, like Techno City, a agriculture city, you got, this, not city, kingdom. You have these really big things that just won't translate over well if they were to do the live action style stuff that Power Rangers is more known for. Because yes, they have cheesy graphics. Yes, they have the more, I will say, low budget, for lack of a better word, elements to them. But you also have to understand that Power Rangers is American.
Yeah. And Sentai, Super Sentai is.
No, this has to do with the film industry in America.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, if they're going to do something such as the TV style recording that they do for Mandalorian, they're going to want it to be Mandalorian level. Because it's America. And people are going to start complaining if they don't.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So maybe a series like that would be better off in the animated format.
Yeah, potentially. I could easily see that being animated. That would be awesome.
Animating the rest of the Super Sentai that we haven't gotten switched over to Power Rangers.
The only one that I think wouldn't be easy to do live action is the one that they have changed into Cosmic Fury, which is Q Ranger. Because that one, the whole reason they're not doing it with the original suits is the helmets. Those helmets are huge safety problems.
What do the helmets have?
The designs for the eyes and the faces and visors and stuff, you can barely see out of that stuff.
Oh, that's not good.
Like, it is way worse than what I think it was Zeo had with the 2 slits. Because at least one of those slits lined up. This
Damn.
stuff,
Yeah.
you've got a tube in the center, or you've got a big old block, or you've got something way up here and way down here, and it
Jesus.
well, it's supposed to be
Oh.
the constellations.
Oh, okay. So I mean that makes sense. On
So
why.
the shapes of the
And not
constellations are very clear and distinct, but you
Mhm.
can't see through that shit very well.
Imagine
not-
having to make
not
one.
to mention the fact there's like, if I remember correctly, there's like 12 or
Yep.
13 rangers in that season, and not
have
all
all
of
the
them are
twin morphers.
human.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Not all of them are human. Half of the group is actually different aliens.
Yeah. Because I know that
So
number
that plays
11,
a factor into it.
and is it 10 or 11? There's several of them that aren't, but there's a dragon dude.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's
Hmm.
there's so much going on with it. I love it as a Sentai season. It has so much potential being turned into a Power Ranger season,
Mm-hmm.
but years and years of training behind the Sentai team to be able to do the stuff they do with those helmets.
Oh,
Mhm.
I can
Oh, yeah.
imagine.
Yeah. Speaking of aliens, like, okay, gonna jump back a little bit. The comparison of Doggy Kruger.
Oh, I know where he's getting at.
Talking about Doggy Kruger and Anubis?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on just a second. Like, yeah. Like, look at the, like, how are they so different? It's like, don't get me wrong. It's like, I love the SPD Shadow Ranger, but that was the one thing the American Power Rangers team did better. Is like, they made Doggy Kruger look more of a badass.
You have to take
what
into
that
account
Sentai did.
the
Yeah.
I'm going to say style that Japan does most of their things. Because if you look at any animatronics from Japan, they have more of the anime-esque
Yeah.
vibe to them.
Uh-huh.
Whereas America, you have stuff like Chuck E. Cheese, Mickey Mouse. Both of them have gone through 87 different freaking designs.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
None of them have ever looked the same until the past 20 years.
Yeah.
True.
And then that's not to mention the upcoming film, the Five Nights at Freddy movie.
Oh
We'll
God.
get to that later.
In another
That's a
episode.
That's a SnodaReel for another day.
Exactly. But
Although I would like to talk about that one sometime. That would be fun.
we can. If we can schedule everything
Kruger
perfectly.
in SPD, I will say design-wise, I liked more. But in lore and theme-wise, I hate to say it, I liked the Japanese one more.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see why some people like the Sentai more than the Power Rangers and vice versa. Me, I like both. Like, I have Tubi now, so I get to watch the Zordon era in the Sentai form. So
Wait,
that's
Tubi
gonna be
has
fun.
that?
Yes, Tubi has
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin, the Zeo Turbo, and in
They have
space
the original
the Super Sentai
Beyblades.
versions.
They have Metabots, which I want an episode specifically on Metabots because, god damn it, no one fucking remembers that show.
There's a SnodaReel, forgotten TV shows.
Yeah.
There's a SnodaReel for you.
I would have to
Make a
yeah.
memo, make a memo.
We have to make a list.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, Power Rangers. I'm stoked for the 30th anniversary special.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be cool seeing all these locations we haven't seen in years.
Mhm.
It's amazing to see, like, I'm gonna constantly say this, seeing Billy and Zach come back.
I'm wondering what
revising
other
their roles.
surprisings. Like, I'm wondering what other surprises
Yeah,
they have.
I
Like, how
wonder
many
what
other
other
Rangers
surprises.
they have in pocket that they haven't said yet that are gonna join in.
I wonder if they're going to bring back anyone else. Like, granted, I know this is supposed to be a Mighty Morphin type thing because that's how we started with it, and it makes sense 30 years later making a special about the first season of Power Rangers. But I would like to see maybe a cameo of a couple of other Rangers. They don't necessarily have to be in their suits.
Mm-hmm.
They could be in civilian form. I'd be okay with that. But who knows? What are you thinking there, Glover? What do you think?
So as far as specifically Mighty Morphin era stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I would be willing to bet that if Bulk and Skull's actors were down for it, they probably would have brought them back.
Yeah.
I don't know if they are or were when talks were being made to do it. If they were down for it, I can see them potentially coming back. But outside of that,
cool.
I don't think they're going to have anybody else from any other eras, unless they had a direct line to a Mighty Morphin era Rangers, such as maybe the Turbo Rangers or the In Space team.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say no to the Dino Thunder team because they're a little too far down the line.
Yeah.
But maybe somebody like Carlos, or I'm suddenly forgetting his name.
Carlos,
Red
TJ,
Turbo. Thank you.
TJ, yeah.
I can see one of them being in it.
That'd be
outside
interesting.
of that, I don't think they're gonna have anybody else.
Any last final thoughts, comments, concerns about this whole entire, just like any last speculations or anything else you're looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Cosmic Fury, not only once and always because of the things I've been hearing, and I hope the one thing I hope that I heard is not true, because that would be really gut wrenching because of what happens.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't watched Cosmic Fury, down here, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
I honestly don't have a problem with spoilers for Dino Fury because I'm gonna go back and watch that as soon as I can find it on like Netflix or something.
it should be. It's all on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You can watch the whole.
Yeah,
you can watch the whole. You can watch the original Mighty Morphin. You can watch Beast Morphers and Dino Fury on there.
Okay, because I know they took off a lot of them, and I didn't know if anything was still there.
Yeah. Oh, and you can watch Ninja Steel as well.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured Ninja Steel would be on there.
Yeah, those are the ones you can watch on there right now.
Okay.
So if you're not okay with it, are you okay with me saying?
Go for it. I'm gonna rewatch it anyway.
Yeah. So since you remember watching it, the Blue and Pink Ranger kind of have a thing going for each other, like the soft, almost romance. Supposedly, he's gonna turn.
Ooh.
In Cosmic Fury. Yeah, supposedly he's gonna defect and join Lord Zed.
Oh snap!
Yeah, so that's gonna be really gut wrenching for her.
So would it be kind of like when Jason, or not Jason, but Tommy got basically brainwashed?
Yeah, kinda.
Or would he actually be the first Ranger to actually like turn away?
No, there've been
technically
2 Rangers that
he is not.
Okay.
Technically, he is not the first Ranger to be turned. Without in Ninja Storm, the Crimson and the other Blue Ranger, they technically weren't hypnotized in a way, if I remember correctly.
They were misled.
They were misled.
Yeah, they were misled. SPD Alpha team, they completely defected. They didn't need to be coerced or anything. They defected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So those are only two real times that
That's why I say third.
they were really misled. So this would be, like you said, the third time a ranger is defected and not having to have magic spell, which I'm hoping that's not the case, but from what I've been reading and seeing, it's going to be a thing,
Mm-hmm.
which is really weird and also kind of exciting too. I have mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings of Heckle coming back. Supposedly, he's going to be what the Q Ranger called the Death Ranger. He's going to be wearing that suit. I believe they changed it to the Dark Ranger. I don't remember.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
That makes a lot more sense.
So that's going to be interesting to see him. I'm hoping maybe
Mm-hmm.
maybe we'll see a few other people come back. We know Billy's coming back for Cosmic. Heckle is joining the team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping maybe we'll get some other Rangers back along with who we're seeing, but we won't know that till the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
After we get excited for Once and Always, and then after that we get excited for
Legend of the White Dragon.
Legend of the White
The
Dragon.
White Dragon.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's going to be a fun one.
Clover, you any last final comments?
I will say I'm hoping to see more Sentai than is initially let on for Cosmic Fury, simply because I liked Q Ranger. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they do just completely deviate outside of like Megazord stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. We'll just have to see on that. And then Once and Always, we have 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, basically.
2 weeks, 19th.
And then we'll come back and do a full review on it and talk about what we think about and everything.
Yeah.
So and
I'm
then
gonna be wearing one of my jackets for that because I got the nice bomber jacket, varsity jacket. I love that jacket.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to everything Power Rangers, more content. I'm glad that a lot more, like we're getting a more serious movie or special. I hope that if it does well, we get a little bit more of those kind of like younger adult type Power Ranger series if we're able to.
Question for viewers: comment down below what your favorite Power Ranger season was, or which Zord did you like the best, and also are you excited for what's to come? Adult friendly Power Rangers animated series of Rangers. Who knows? Who knows what we'll get?
If you don't have a favorite season or Zord, how about a favorite Morpher?
Or weapon too.
Morpher.
Yeah.
Morpher or weapon, yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this SnodaReel. It was another long one, but it was worth it because it's Power Rangers.
Yeah. always worth it.
And I've been DimondAssassin, joined here by CosplayBro and DJ Leon.
May the power protect you.
We'll see you guys later.